How much does a deep plane facelift really cost? I'm sure you've probably already Googled this by now, and you've probably seen numbers that make absolutely no sense. Some websites say a facelift costs $6,000. Others say $50,000. And yes, I've even seen surgeons charging over $200,000. So what is the real number? And more importantly, what are you actually paying for? Before we talk about cost, I want to say something that most people just don't quite say out loud. Most women are not trying to look like a different person. They're trying to stop looking more tired, more worn out, more aged than they actually physically feel on the inside. And that mismatch between how you feel on the inside and what you see in the mirror is usually what brings someone here to see me in the first place. So when you look up cost, you're not just price shopping. You're trying to figure out, is this actually worth it? Can I afford this? All of those types of questions. Let's be really honest with the range. A facelift in general can cost anywhere from about $6,000 to over $200,000. And that's a massive range and understandably very, very confusing. Now, specifically for a deep plane facelift, most reputable surgeons in the US tend to fall somewhere between $25,000 to about $80,000. In my own practice, a deep plane facelift starts at about $35,000, and I'm going to walk you through exactly why. First of all, not all surgeons are the same. Some surgeons are generalists doing a little bit of everything. Others focus almost entirely on the face. And that difference actually matters because this is not just a procedure. It's a very technical operation with a very, very steep learning curve with continued learning necessary. I'm a double board certified surgeon. My practice is focused only on facial rejuvenation. I've taught my techniques at international conferences, and that level of specialization affects outcomes and it affects costs. 2, not all facelifts are the same. Some are more superficial, some rely on pulling skin a little tighter. A deep plane facelift repositions deeper structures in a way that looks more natural and longer lasting. That requires more time, more precision, and more experience. So when you see a very low number, it's probably not the same operation. Pricing online is also sometimes incomplete. A real quote includes a surgeon's fee, anesthesia, facility fee, and post-op care. And those details actually matter. Number 4, recovery and aftercare. This is often overlooked. One of the biggest concerns patients have isn't just cost, it's recovery. How long will I look like this? When can I go back to normal? How long do I have to hide out? And that's actually one of the reasons my pricing starts where it does, because I invest very heavily in advanced recovery protocols, including things like high-intensity medical-grade LED, hyperbaric oxygen, customized IV treatments, and targeted postoperative care. The goal is very, very simple: to help you heal and recover faster, more comfortably, and get you back to your life sooner. And for many patients, that peace of mind is just as important as the surgery itself. 5th factor, geographic location. Houston pricing is different than LA or New York, but higher price doesn't automatically mean better, and lower price doesn't automatically mean better value. So now the $200,000 question. Why do some surgeons charge $150,000 or $200,000 or even more? The very honest answer is I really don't know the full reasoning behind every one of those situations and cases. Some of it may be branding, some of it may be exclusivity. But what I will say is this: price alone is not what determines a great result. And this is where I think it's important to shift how you think about cost. For almost everyone out there, including me, a $200,000 facelift isn't realistic. But this is also not an area where you want to be penny pinching or searching for the best deal. And not all deep plane facelifts are created equal. A lot of the difference comes down to finesse. How the face is balanced, how natural it looks, whether it looks like you. And some surgeons skip those details. And that's often the difference between a result that looks done and one that just looks natural and just effortlessly right. Most women are actually not scared of surgery itself. They're scared of looking pulled, obvious, and worst of all, not like themselves. And that's a very real concern. So the decision becomes less about price and more about who do I trust to get this right. Now, I also want to acknowledge something honestly. Even $35,000 or $40,000, that's a lot of money. There's no way around that. But for many patients, they don't think about it as just a cost. They think about it as an investment in something very, very personal. And I see this often. Patients spend years upon years and years doing smaller treatments, a little fillers here, a device, a laser, some thermage, all these things. And these costs add up over time. You don't notice it as much because they're smaller costs. And sometimes far beyond what a comprehensive facial rejuvenation would actually be. And many times these little treatments don't actually solve the whole problem. At the end of the day, most women are not trying to look younger than everyone else. They're trying to stop looking older than they feel. So when you're thinking about costs, don't ask just, how much is this? Also ask, what kind of result am I actually buying or getting? And who do I trust to do it right? Because the best outcome is not the one where people say you had surgery. It's the one where they just go, you look incredible, and I can't quite figure out why. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, you want more content like this, you want different questions answered, please hit us up on one of our channels. If you like this video, please give us the thumbs up or the subscribe button. It really helps us and it allows us to tailor future videos to content that you're going to find engaging. Till next time, thank you so much from my end. I'm Dr. Raghu Athre, Athre Facial Plastics in Houston, Texas.